It's event time, and we get a heat wave. This is another seasonal event. Reduce your health by 1 to a minimum of 1. Regain 1 health when this card is removed. This card remains in play until you draw a seasonal event. So we lost a morale last season, and this season we're going to lose a health. Not looking so hot for Sam. He may have to camp soon. Alright. This time, nobody's on a safe house, so they both have to eat. And give me a moment, and I'll figure out what their actions are going to be for the turn. Alright, so let's see our actions. Sister Ballistic has decided to move, and Sam the Butcher has also decided to move. So since we did Sister Ballistic first last time, let's do Sam first this time. Sam is just going to slide forward onto that second encounter, and he's going to draw another level 1. It's another pinhead, so that is awesome. So we're going to charge into battle with that pinhead. It's going to be the same dice. So 4 for Sam. Sam's got 2 shields, a question mark, and a crit. So because of his knife, a question mark counts as a hit. So he's got 2 shields and 2 hits. Let's see what the pinhead gets. Whoa! Alright, so 2 crits and a shield. So what happens is these shields are going to cancel out these hits. Starting with crits. Well, players can choose, but this shield by the pinhead is going to kill off this crit. And leaving me with 1 hit, but that's all I need to do 3 damage. 2 damage, sorry. 1 for the strength and 1 for the knife. So that's going to put 2 damage boxes on the pinhead here, and it's going to start round 2. Alright. Let's see. Butcher. Now, this always happens simultaneous. So, oh, that's not so good. I got an expert hit, which doesn't count. A question mark, which counts as a hit, and 2 shields. Let's see what the pinhead gets this time. Oh no, he got a question mark. He got an expert and a shield. Okay, so his expert counts as a hit and a knockdown, or a damage and a knockdown, but it doesn't count as a hit. So he didn't actually hit me. But this shield is going to cancel out my question mark, which turned into a hit. So that's round 2. Now these fights only go 3 rounds before the bad guy buggers off, so let's see if we can kill him. Alright, we got 2 expert hits and 2 regular hits, so that's pretty good. Let's see what we get for the pinhead. Got a shield, an expert, and a miss. So that's 2 misses. Those 2 block each other, but leaves me a hit, and I do 2 more damage, killing the pinhead. So that's 2 experience points, 2 pinheads that good old Sam the Butcher has killed so far. Now let's go over to the nun. Now she's blindly moving again, which means she's going to just draw another tile, flip it, and connect it as best she can. I think we'll connect it like this. Then she's going to move on to it, like so. Now this has a double encounter on it, but if she beats it, she gets a supply card. So let's see what she gets. I swear I shuffled these, guys. Alright, so she's also fighting a pinhead, and she's not as happy about getting into melee with him as her buddy the Butcher is, even though he's not real great in melee. So she's going to fire a shot at him first. True to her name again. Remember, she gets 4 dice, 3 for her skill and 1 for the gun. Let's see what she rolls. Okay, she's got 2 question marks, a miss, and a range 1. So that's 2 hits from the question marks because of the pistol, and then the range 1 is also a hit. That's 3 hits. That kills the pinhead. Ba-boom! She's got 3 experience points. Now she's pretty laid down with skills, so she's not going to worry about that too much. So she's just going to hold on to those and maybe raise a skill, or raise one of her stats. But that does mean she gets to draw a supply card, just 1, because there's only 1 little soup can on there. And this is a field. And from the field she forages, a bullet, and an equipment card. So here she gets a bullet, and she gets an equipment card. What'd she get? She gets a book. While camping, she can discard this to regain 2 morale. That's good. She doesn't quite need it yet, but she'll take it. She's going to put it in her backpack. Doesn't have much room left. So that's it. Both of them were successful in their encounters, so they're going to move up 1 to this space here. So far, they're neck and neck, mostly because Sister Ballistic is kicking Major Booty over here. Oh wait, she's not successful, sorry. And she didn't get to loot that thing yet. So here's the book. It's going to be over here in limbo. And the bullet. Until she finishes her second encounter. Sorry about that. Her second encounter is a rat. Now this guy's got a ranged attack, 3 dice. And question marks count as hits at range 1. So there's going to be a ranged combat round, basically, and whoever has a higher speed is going to go first. And if there's a tie, I'm pretty sure the enemy goes first. So Rat's going to take his shot, and Sister Ballistic is going to take a shot as well. She doesn't necessarily want to be in melee. So here comes the Rat's 3 dice. So he rolled 2 3s and a 1. So Sister Ballistic's going to take 1 damage, and then she's going to roll 4 dice. That's 2 2s, a 3, and a 1. So she's going to do 1 damage to the rat. And then we close into melee. So they're both tied at 2. So they both get 3 dice. She has a spear. So the first round of combat means that the rat loses a die. So it's going to be 3 dice versus 2. She rolled 2 X's and a blank blade, which means nothing for her. And the rat rolls 1 hit and an expert hit. So the rat's going to do damage to her. So rat does 1 damage to her. Suddenly it's not looking so good for the nun. Round 2. This time the rat gets all of his dice. She gets 2 hits, one of which is a crit, and a question mark, which her knife turns into a hit. Or her spear, sorry, she's using the spear. Spear makes it a hit. So that's 3 hits. What's the rat got? Rat got an expert hit, a question mark, and a miss. The question mark turns into a hit for him, but it's not enough. It's just 1 hit versus my 3. She's going to do 2 damage, 1 for the spear, and 1 for the crit, which is going to wipe out the rat. Okay, so she won anyway, so she's going to go ahead and take the loot that I stole for her earlier. She's got that book, she's got that bullet, and that's the end of the round. It occurs to me that neither one of them ate this round, so I'm going to have them eat right now. Boop. Now they both have 1 food. Alright, so let's get into the next round, which I'm going to try my hardest to do correctly. Hey everybody, 1 mistake. Sister Ballistic was standing on a safe house when she started the round, so she didn't have to eat that round. But good boy Sam the Butcher did, so now he's down into Low Food Town. Alright, let's look at our event for this round. Watched. You feel observed and uneasy. Shadows flicker where they shouldn't. Someone or something is messing with your head. All human players reroll successful mind tests this turn. Mutant players may blah blah blah. Who cares? We're not having any mutant players right now. So I'm just going to stick that right there because our seasonal event is still in play. Alright, so that's not good because I was considering having Sister Ballistic camp this round to get some health back. But, yeah, let's see what they decide to do. Now, they both have to eat first. Don't let me forget that this round. Which puts the butcher in pretty dire straits, really. So, let's see what they decide to do. Alright, so, Sister Ballistic has decided that she's going to camp. She's hurting, she needs to rest. And Sam the Butcher, believe it or not, has decided to try to look for some food. So he's going to forage. Now notice one thing I did over here. When she completed the tile, I put a tile completed marker on there. That changes the encounters, whatever was on here, into a dead area, dead zone encounter, which means it doesn't let her move forward on the track, but there is one single encounter in there. But this symbol here, the little hand with the arrow, means that she can forage here still. But that's not what she's going to do. She's going to camp. So, she's got the first action, because camping has a 1 on it. So she's going to camp. That lets her regain 2 health, up to 4. And she has meditation, which means she can roll a mind test and get 1 morale back. Now she has a mind of 5, so she has a really good chance. But since she's being watched, she's got to re-roll it. And she succeeded, so let's re-roll it for watch. And she got a 5, which is just enough. So she gets 1 morale back up to 8. So with these fast seasons and this feeling of paranoia, Sister Ballistic has managed to keep her mind about her. I think it's probably this giant spear that's helping. But we'll see. She's a little bit crazy. Anyway, let's move over to Sam the Butcher, who's just going to do a quick forage action. Since he's... I'm sorry, he can't forage because he's hasn't completed that tile yet. So he has to move. Alright, so he moves instead. And he's going to go over here, just 1 step forward, and reveal a single encounter. And we have Twitchy, the mutant. Speed 4. 2 health, 2 melee. Question marks count as hits. He's going to do a wound and a scratch. I can evade him, which I could run away if I wanted to. And he might leap on me. Alright, so I'm not going to shoot him. So he's going to have a chance to leap at me. So I'm going to do a speed test. And I have a 3 in my speed. And I rolled a 2. I'm doing pretty well on these tests. Bob the Butcher just jukes and jives out of the way. And then, so that does, nobody cares what it says because I didn't fail. So let's look at our melees. So I've got a 4, he's got a 2. So I'm going to roll 4 dice, and he's going to roll 3 dice. Like that. Alright, let's get him rolling. There's a shield, 2 hits, and a miss. Versus Twitchies. Oh no. So we've got an expert hit, so that doesn't matter for him. But he does have 2 hits. One of them is a crit. So I'm going to take the shield and take away the crit. Which leaves me with 2 hits and him with 1. And I'm going to do 2 damage to Twitchy, which kills him. And now I have 3 experience points. Now I could buy myself a skill. But I think I want to save up until I can get my melee to 5. But that's going to complete the tile for Sam the Butcher, which means he can forage next round, but next round he doesn't have any food. But now that he's completed the tile, he can draw 2 supply cards, and he's in the forest, so he's going to get a weapon, and 1 food and 2 bullets. So that's not bad. Let's see what weapon I get. Caliburn. Whoa! Alright, so we've got, it takes up 2 inventory space, but it does 2 damage already. Hits count, or question marks count as hits, and I can discard 1 ammo to reroll any number of orange dice. That's insane. Alright, so he's just gonna, he doesn't even care about that knife anymore. Forget the knife. He's gonna put that back and keep Caliburn. So that's gonna cost an extra spot in his inventory because it takes up 2 spots. But wow, that was insane. And then I also got a food here. This is going to be good because I have to eat next round. And 2 bullets, which I can use to use Caliburn apparently. Oh, Caliburn is a gun knife. How awesome is that? Alright, now we're going to be breaking something. Breaking some stuff here. Alright, so that was a good round for both of our little friends here. Now the nun did not do an encounter, but Sam did. Sam's going to move up ahead. The nun camped, so she's just going to chill out there. Hey, you know what? Let's go on with the next encounter phase. This is the next round. And we get a hurricane, a seasonal event. Players in a safe house may camp. Others just miss their turn. No trading is allowed. Wow, okay, so everyone loses their turn, but I'm assuming this means that they have to eat still. So that's that. And that's that. Wow, both are going hungry because of this hurricane that just popped up in the middle of the heat wave. Okay, I think everybody's going to be really surprised as to what these two decide to do, given that neither one of them has any food. In fact, they both have to eat this round, which is going to make them both hungry. She's going to lose a morale. And Sam the Butcher's starving, which is going to make him lose a morale, which is going to put him down to 3. So he's pretty close to terminal sadness, you guys. That's not good. So let's look at their actions. Sister Ballistic has decided to forage, as has Sam the Butcher. So this is interesting and fun for everyone. This is going to be a quick round. Sister Ballistic is going to forage here in this wheat tile and get 1 food and 1 equipment. So there we go. That'll keep her fed for next round at least. 1 equipment. She finds an MP3 player. She can use any time out of combat to regain 1 morale. I think she's going to do that now. Then she rolls, and on a 1 to 3, she discards it. So that's going to fill up her last inventory spot. But we'll roll, and she lost it. So, so she gets that inventory spot back. Good thing I didn't work too hard on that. Alright, Sam the Butcher is going to also forage. Now he's in a forest, as you see. And he's going to get 2 food. That's good. Give him a leg up on the food. And there we have it. So that was the end of the round, everybody. Why don't we go on to the next one? We have an event. It's going to be Great Explorer. The player with the most terrain tiles in play gains this card. In the case of a tie, the card is discarded. The owner may discard this card during a scout action to redraw any terrain tiles drawn. So the winner is going to be Sam. He's got 4 to her 3. So he's just going to get that Great Explorer card. Alright. And then finally, we're going to eat for this round, which is going to put the nun at a disadvantage again. Now when we eat, the box goes to the right. So they're full again. Alright, let's figure out what they're going to do.